Sometimes in tennis, it's not the giants who write the most unforgettable stories. It's the dreamers who no one expected. In Shanghai, under the bright lights and in front of legends like Roger Federer, the world watched something almost impossible unfold. World number 204 Valentin Vacherot, from Monaco, defeating his own cousin, France's Arthur Rinderknech, 4-6, 6-3, 6-3 to become the lowest-ranked Masters 1000 champion in history. A family final, a fairy tale ending, and a week that defied every logic in tennis. From alternate to champion. From outside the world's top 200 to the history books. For the first time ever, the Shanghai Masters ended with two unseeded players, both family. Rinderknech, the 54th ranked Frenchman. Vacherot, ranked 204, from Monaco, coached by his half-brother Benjamin Ballaret. Even their families couldn't believe it. Ballaret called it a fairy tale. It was just the third ATP Masters 1000 final in history to feature two unseeded players. And somehow, the two men facing each other weren't just compatriots or friends. They were blood, cousins who grew up dreaming on the same courts, now standing across the net with a Masters 1000 title on the line. Valentin's journey began not with confidence, but with uncertainty. He wasn't supposed to be here. He entered as an alternate. No seeding, no expectations. But from the moment he stepped on the Shanghai courts, something clicked. He opened his campaign with a gritty 3-set win over a fellow qualifier, before shocking the tennis world with one of the greatest upsets of the season, defeating world number 1 Novak Djokovic in straight sets. It wasn't luck, it was belief, intensity, and perfect execution. He followed that with another upset, taking down world number 11 Holger Rune in a match that tested his mental strength to the limit. Then came Alexander Bublik, one of the tour's trickiest servers. Valentin stayed composed, mixing precision returns and baseline depth to win in straight sets. By the semi-finals, Vacherot's story had already become global news. But he wasn't done yet. In the semi, he held off nerves, fought through fatigue, and earned his spot in the final, the first Masters 1000 final of his life, against his own cousin. On the other side, Arthur Rinderknech was quietly crafting his own dream. The 30-year-old Frenchman came into Shanghai unseeded, ranked 54th, and with little expectation of a deep run. But round after round, he produced some of the best tennis of his career. He stunned world number 3 Alexander Zverev in the quarterfinals, dismantling one of the ATP's most consistent performers. Then, in the semifinals, Rinderknech went even further, eliminating world number 2 Daniil Medvedev in straight sets, a performance full of precision and courage. So when the draw settled, no one could believe it, a Masters 1000 final between two unseeded players, who happened to be cousins. A true family affair, set against one of the biggest stages in tennis. When they walked onto the court, the atmosphere was surreal. Federer watched from the stands. The crowd was buzzing, not because of star power, but because of the story. And when the first ball was struck, it was Arthur Rinderknech who looked sharper. The elder cousin broke in the third game after 3 unforced errors from Vacherot. That single break was enough to claim the opening set, 6-4. Rinderknech's serve was dominant, 11 aces in total, and his first serve percentage solid. Valentin, meanwhile, was trying to settle his nerves, knowing the dream could slip away in moments. But deep inside, he refused to panic. He had beaten Djokovic and Rune. He wasn't going to crumble now. The second set began with both cousins holding serve confidently. Rinderknech's rhythm continued, and the rallies grew longer, more physical. Neither could break through, until the 8th game. Vacherot pushed his cousin to the brink, earning a break point. Arthur saved it with an ace, pure power under pressure, but when he missed a backhand into the net on the next point, Valentin saw his moment. He broke serve and raised his arms to the sky. With momentum shifting and confidence rising, Vacherot served out the set, 6-3, to level the match. Shanghai roared. The fairy tale was still alive. The third set began like a storm. Valentin came out fearless, stepping inside the baseline, attacking second serves, showing the fire of a man who believed destiny was calling. He broke immediately, taking the first game and setting the tone. Rinderknech, struggling in the Shanghai humidity, fought back with courage. But by the third and fifth games, the Frenchman was showing signs of exhaustion. He received treatment on his back after the fifth game, grimacing in pain, while Valentin looked fresh and focused. The rallies became fierce, emotional. cousins trading blows with everything they had left. But when Vacherot broke again in the ninth game to seal the match 4-6, 6-3, 6-3, he dropped to his knees in disbelief. The world number 204, a Masters 1000 champion. When it ended, there were no celebrations, just emotion. The two cousins met at the net, embracing tightly. Rinderknech put an arm around Vacherot's shoulder as they waited for the trophy ceremony. They weren't just opponents, they were family, and both had achieved something unforgettable. Vacherot spoke first. "I want to thank someone without whom I wouldn't be here. That person is obviously Arthur. It's completely mad, I can't believe it. It would have been better to have two winners, but a whole family won today." Rinderknech, exhausted and emotional, added, "I sweated everything I had, I gave it all, and that's all that matters. I really enjoyed my time on the court." It was one of those rare finals where tennis, competition, and family all collided in the purest form of sport. With this victory, Valentin Vacherot makes history as the lowest-ranked player ever to win a Masters 1000 title. He will rise from number 204 to around 40 in the ATP rankings, a jump that seems almost unreal. From alternate to champion. From the shadows of qualification to lifting one of tennis's biggest trophies. His stats tell the story: 8 aces, 12 winners, and relentless pressure that converted 3 of 14 break points. Rinderknech may have hit more aces, but Vacherot found the right moments to strike. This wasn't just about rankings or titles, it was about heart, family, and the idea that in tennis, miracles still happen. As his coach and brother Benjamin Balleray said, "It's a fairy tale, and no one can take it from us." What do you make of Valentin Vacherot's historic victory? Is this the greatest underdog story in Masters 1000 history? Let me know in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to Daily Tennis Talk for more stories that prove, in tennis, anything is possible.